Here we go, my friends. Let's watch together the news on Valorant. Big things are coming, they say.
Everyone. Thanks for joining us for another dev update as we continue our 5-year anniversary celebration.
5 years of
We've got
Valorant.
a lot to share today, so let's get right into it. First, I want to talk about abilities. We've seen a lot of conversation over the last few months about abilities in Valorant, especially when multiple abilities overlap and start to overwhelm combat in some scenarios. We want to make sure that we're always maintaining the delicate interplay between shooting and playmaking that keeps gunplay at the center of the game. Anticipating where your enemies are and then weaving gunplay, abilities, and teamwork together to win the round is what makes the best moments in Valorant. We've rolled out several changes over the last few weeks, and I want to bring up Tiffy and Ryan to talk more about our plans for the rest of the year and beyond.
Hey everyone, I'm Tiffy.
Hey gamers. Oh, that's weird. That's a damn
Hello, bro. Hello.
I'm Ryan.
Let's talk about what we've been calling ability overload here on the live.
Oh, you've been calling that?
We're looking at situations where ability combos
I've been calling other things, but okay.
Overwhelming in combat. And we recognize that adding new agents with new abilities can increase these feelings.
And we do want our agents to make you think about the game in a new way.
I think about Clove. Clove really made me rethink what death means. And there's also Vice.
Vice made you learn what it means to be alone in dangerous enemy territory.
Oh, Tejo. You should talk about Tejo.
Nah. Delete it for the game. Delete it, this agent.
Escape plan, essentially.
He's cool, but he's so OP.
Tejo and how he was being played in the game. We realized that his guided salvos led to a higher frequency of checkmate situations without any opportunity for counterplay, especially at the high levels of play. So we reined him in patch 1009 to bring him more in line.
Cancel him, man. You guys
We're going to be
cancel
using
him.
Valorant
Poor guy.
to take more of a holistic look
now.
at the game. Examine some of those spaces we've tried to disrupt or where some abilities are in terms of tuning. And as the game continues to change and you have a wider variety of abilities to deal with quickly, we need to make sure that it's easy to parse all the information at your disposal, whether that be smokes, flashes, stuns, debuffs, you name it.
Clarity changes are typically a net positive and don't have any unintended effects on other agents and abilities. So we'll ship these when we're good to go. And we've already started some of this work with things like the minimap updates, Brimstone Molly audio. You might have seen the Raze's explosion visuals being updated. And there's visual tells for health states of Deadlock's barrier mesh as well. And overall, we believe that the gameplay and balance are in a healthy state.
Right. We take a look at agents, maps, and weapons just to see where they are in terms of presence in the meta, overall strength, and their sentiment across ranks. These are just a handful of the key indicators that we track to make sure that there's no outliers that we need to take a second look at. And of course, most importantly, we monitor how Valorant is actually being played with all of your feedback. So make sure to fill out those surveys you get in the client too. We're also confident that the changes we're making now and some things that we're exploring for the end of the year will ensure that we're maintaining Valve's core balance between gunplay and ability.
No idea.
No spoilers though.
Some spoilers. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be revealing our new map with a little teaser
Oh my
here
god, I was trying to pause the video. I gave a lot of feedback on the skins, man, on what they should do. I wrote like an article on that, bro.
Over until Masters Toronto, where you'll get to see the team.
I asked for things like
the map team, cooked.
Things related.
They've created something that aims to shake up how you think about taking and holding sites in Valorant. Each site is layered and complex.
This is the new map?
Teams have
oh, this one would be nice. I heard it's like cobblestone.
Spend your utility to get onto site.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I wish you could see the map.
That's enough.
Just
Anyways,
that?
I think
Just that?
Steven has
oh my god, I was getting excited.
And we gotta go.
I like it.
Let's go play test the next
Looks like Mirage.
Thanks, Tiffy and Ryan.
No. Looks like
11.0. We're bringing the new map to competitive queue.
No?
Day one. Most players are engaging with the new map for the first time in competitive already. And we want to better support learning the map in that competitive environment right away. And we know it's going to take reps before you're up to speed. So during that first patch cycle, which is 2 weeks, RR losses on the new map will be reduced by 50%. But don't worry, you'll still earn the full 100% when you win. We're excited to see how you learn and adapt to the layers of the new map. We want you to feel more comfortable.
How does this work?
And we gotta go anyways, Koos. We have to go play test the next agent.
Thanks, Tiffy and Ryan. With patch 11.0, we're bringing the new map to competitive queue day one. Most players are engaging with the new map for the first time in competitive already. And we want to better support learning the map in that competitive environment right away. And we know it's going to take reps before you're up to speed. So during that first patch cycle, which is 2 weeks, RR losses on the new map will be reduced by 50%. But don't worry, you'll still earn the full 100% when you win. We're excited to see how you learn and adapt to the layers of the new map. We want you to feel more comfortable jumping in, be able to learn as a community, and maybe
I think it is a good thing because I feel like there is a lot of players that they get insecure because of a new map. They don't want to like the rank or lose points, so they don't play rank until they get some normal games in rank. I think it is a good initiative. It makes people play and enjoy more the game because they're not gonna think too much about losing or winning. So I like this change, man. Very smart.
A bit less too. Next up,
I'll play, right?
Conversation around a topic we've heard a lot about: smurfing. And that word is loaded. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
Low-key, smurfing shit. Smurfing shit.
Descriptor of the behavior that we see. Some players are dialed in for the night, and they're just performing
It destroys
well
the experience of the
Others are new
players,
or
man.
returning and in the process of ranking up. But some have deranked with the intent to stomp, or are playing at lower ranks on accounts that they didn't level themselves. And that's an issue. So here's what's coming. First, we're increasing the barrier to sharing accounts, starting with multi-factor authentication. Our plan is to require MFA, something like app or SMS verification, primarily for suspicious cases, and we're looking into it for all competitive accounts as well. Our goal here is to have more clarity and guardrails around who is playing on an account. We're planning to launch this year with more specific details to come. Second, we'll be adding an additional reporting category for players that are abusing matchmaking systems. This one's twofold.
How does that work?
One, we want better data about when you think someone in the match was intentionally abusing the system with the intent to stomp on the opposing team. And two, players are currently using the cheating category to report this behavior, and that's making it more complicated for our anti-cheat efforts. Rank and matchmaking abuse is a complex space, and we want to hear your feedback now and as these features come online. This is a major step forward and just the start of more to come. Oh, and there's some overlap here with botted accounts. Just as a reminder, we've banned hundreds of thousands of these accounts to date. So if you have one of those accounts, expect that same fate. Next up, I wanted to give an update about something we talked about earlier this year. We're adding more visibility into your behavior standing. Here's what we plan for it to look like. You can see any active warnings or penalties on your account, along with what penalties may be coming next.
What about the good things that we do? No, one thing that I like about Marvel's Rivals is like you can give a like if the guy played good, you know, like this kind of, we need to have initiatives for people who are good people, you know?
If you don't shape up. This is also launching later this year. Our game is competitive,
like to see that.
And sometimes you overheat. We're giving you more direct and visible information so that you can course correct more quickly and so you understand when bans are on the table. Competing has those lows, but let's talk about the highs too. We started the year off with some quality of life improvements, like rank shields, and we're excited to bring additional recognition to Premier. If you've been looking for a way to rep your squad across Val, check out Premier in 11.0. Team tags
there are so much
for players
things
who participate in weekly matches. And we're adding a segue to recognize those that managed to win the playoff tournament. In general, we'll keep leveling up the competitive journey in Val through this year and beyond, so stay tuned for future updates. At the highest peak of competition, we've got one more update as we lead into Masters Toronto. Pick'ems are returning. We love the reception and the conversation around Pick'ems at Champions Seoul. We'll be bringing it to all Masters and Champions events from here out. For a different peek into our perspective on what's next for esports, I'll hand it over to Leo.
Thanks, Steven. Hey folks, Leo here on behalf of the VCT team. When we originally designed our sport with all of its features,
the most loved person in Valorant, no?
Challenge.
I think he receives a lot of hate, man. And sometimes it's things that are not his fault. Okay. He's the guy who takes all the blame and zero credits, man. That's a tough job.
Game changes, international leagues, global events. We made a number of choices focused on delivering highly impactful moments, stability for top teams and players, and a viable path to pro. These choices have paid off, and in the past few years have helped Valorant grow into one of the largest esports on the planet. Now, we want to build on that success, evolve what's working, adjust what's not, and set the stage for the next era of the VCT. The first cycle of team partnerships concludes at the end of next year, giving us a unique opportunity to make larger changes at the start of 2027. As always, we want to build the sport together with you, so I want to share what we're thinking as planning kicks off. There are 3 things we're aiming to accomplish. The first goal is more openness. While partnership will remain...
I like that a lot.
Key component of
more openness and less garbage thing on VCT. So relegation
or design. We want the VCT to be a bit more open.
Punish these bad things.
Gap between Tier 1 and Tier 2, between professional and community tournaments, and giving more teams the opportunity to compete.
I'm so happy.
The second goal is more flexibility. We want to design a system that gives us a wider variety of competitions, formats, and event locations around the globe. And our third goal is to create more ecosystem moments. Events like Masters and Champions have been incredibly valuable because they allow us to bring together all the things that make Valorant special. The game, the sport, the community, the culture. And while we think the number of global events is still appropriate, we're looking to create more moments like that.
I like that. I was actually talking about that because one thing that I hated, blame on you, bro. Blame on you. But maybe there's other people involved. I only know you, okay? So that's the blame on you. What they did with Tier 2 in APAC was shit, man. It was shit. Because you used to have so many great tournaments there in Indonesia, in Thailand, and now we had in India too, where people could go. I think it's called shoppings. I think in places that like I don't know. Here we call shopping. I don't know if in other places it's the same name. And they would do events there with the crowd. And man, it was amazing, bro. Every finals would be there. It was always full. The energy was always beautiful, man. I love it to those tournaments. And I think there is a mystic thing. There is a beauty in these regional tournaments that I personally love it, man. I love it. And I want to see more of it.
It's still very early, and we'll be sharing a lot more updates in this year and the next. But as always, our biggest advantage continues to be the ideas you bring to the table. So please continue sharing them with us. All right, that's it from me. Back to you.
Give me email, bro.
One of the most important foundations for Valorant's future is the game engine itself. We've been building Valorant in Unreal 4 for over 10 years, and the time is right to upgrade to Unreal 5. Coming soon.
Low-key, the FPS back then was way better. Way better. Another thing that I noticed is skins actually destroys your FPS. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you load in the game with skins in the range, with skins, you have 1 FPS. With no skins, you get better FPS. So I don't know why I said that, but that's a fact.
Around the
so
end
improve that.
The patch on release day will be a significantly large download to change the engine out, so we really appreciate your patience. In the short term, we've gone to great lengths to make sure that the upgrade doesn't disrupt your gameplay, so the game's overall look, feel, and all your crazy lineups should still be similar. The patch will, however...
But if it's similar, everything is similar, why you're changing? I want better things, no?
Come with changes that will improve frame rate performance, make patch downloads faster in the future, and there will also be a special gun buddy to commemorate the occasion for everybody that logs in.
Yo, low-key, I would like to see a footage from the new engine, but I think it's not gonna change anything, right? But we'll give them the possibility to make changes if they want to. Am I correct? Because I assume this engine 4 is kind of limited on the things that they can do. And the new one will allow them to do more things. Maybe it's more optimized. I actually don't understand much about this. I watched some videos from the developer. And man, that guy is so smart, bro.
11.02 patch is still live. Over the long term, bringing Val onto Unreal 5 will enable a whole host of new possibilities.
Go check it out.
And we can't wait for you to see where we're going in the years ahead. Okay, finally, let's talk about replays. Replays have been...
Oh my god, just a second. For those who like learning how to program games, that guy has some very nice videos about it, man. So I recommend that. And now replays is that.
And we are happy to confirm that they'll be going live on PC with patch 11.06 in September and coming to console a bit later this year. The launch version will enable you to analyze your recently played games on the live patch, starting with your competitive games, and we'll be looking into other modes over time. You'll be able to click through.
Okay, for competitive games. Will they allow us to watch the pro games? Like, will there be a place where I can find like Sentinels versus my BR game? I can download Aspas POV? I want that. That's what I want. My running games I can record myself. It's nice to have to consider the others, what are they doing and things like that. But me, I'm more interested in seeing the pros POVs, you know? And actually, the pros probably want to see the POVs of the custom games, right? Oh my god, bro, this will change the game. Imagine you are screaming, and then you can download the POV and see everything that they're doing, their lineups. Oh my god, everything. This will change the game, guys. Change the game.
Through each player's perspective, you'll have a free moving observer cam, and you'll have some other playback control tools as well. We really couldn't be more excited to get replays out to you all.
I used to have
really
like
looking forward to all the clips, edits, and analyses that you create with it. We'll be sharing more info as we get closer to release. All right, that's a wrap for today. We're 5 years in, but we want you to know that we're just getting started with Val. We'll continue the work we talked about today to keep core gameplay feeling fresh but familiar for years to come. We also plan to level up how we recognize and celebrate your competitive achievements in Valorant to make sure your journey always feels worth it. You'll hear from us.
You guys need to do a better job of doing that. Better job. I think Tyson, the Tens, was talking about this, and he's definitely right, man. The initiatives for you to play rank is terrible.
When we've got more to share, and we'll be back throughout the year with social posts, interviews, patch notes.
Well, I like this video. I like the changes, man. This is good. This is pretty good. I love it.
A game worth celebrating. Take care, and I'll see you all at Masters Toronto.
I thought he was going to say a C. Okay, in 5 years. I've never seen this guy before, so I thought it was something like that.